Hi, thanks for coming to check out this video. This is the second in a series of videos I've been trying to make happen. This one is based on the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. And this series is about things I would have liked to have learned earlier, as you'll see the title in just a sec here. I'm kind of proud of how this turned out. Anyway, so we're going to cover things that I wish I'd known sooner. First, we're starting with the lamp or lantern. Normally you would get it here in the start. However, if you skip it, and you go down to where, you run into your uncle and whatnot, this chest will contain the lamp and or lantern instead. I've heard there's a third spot. I haven't tested that, and I totally forgot about it until just now. Oops. Alright, now when you're fighting these enemies with that piddly little sword, it takes a few hits. Mr. Ball and Chain over here is a little tougher. I found it's just better to throw pots at enemies sometimes. It hits a lot harder than your starter sword. And big key, save Zelda, game over! No, just kidding. Once you have the Pegasus boots, you can actually start cracking open some of these walls. Like that rounded cracked wall behind the sage here, and we can steal Grandpa's stash. So some of these walls, you don't need bombs. I racked my brain on that and figured it out. Got kids fighting? Ram the wall. Screw it. Now they're talking again. Or they better. Because we got a big gaping hole in the wall. Here, how about this one? Nope. Try as you might, this one actually requires bombs. It doesn't have that big rounded top to it. That's how you can tell the difference. Oh yeah, these anti-fairies. Took me forever to find out that if you just sprinkle them with magic powder, free fairy. Oh, this one's fun. The ether hammer technique. Got a room full of enemies that are a nuisance? Freeze them with ether and bonk them with the hammer. Most of them will drop magic containers. So it's pretty much a near infinite attack that you can just keep doing. Dead rocks. These things took me forever to figure out how to get rid of them. Nothing works on them. Hammer, swords, nothing. Magic powder, however, turns them into slimes, which makes them vulnerable. We're going to speed this up a little bit. Yay, revenge! Quake also works, but I didn't have it at the time. Speaking of Quake, if we go to Turtle Rock, you can actually get some rupees out of the claws. Well, this claw anyway. The second one, or would that be the right? Whichever. Doesn't have it. Why are you so cheap? Bonk. Alright, now we're working on getting the early gold sword here, which is also, the silver arrows too. You're going to need the hook shot. Go ahead and just grab it and take off. We don't need to beat the bosses. Fire rod is necessary. So go ahead and get that and warp on out. Oh wait, you dropped in. Oops. Well, that's how it went for me anyway, so I had to walk around. I realized that as I was cleaning this up, I could have just hookshot to the statue I walked past. Oops. But then we're going to go ahead and go to the Thief's Village, grab the Titan's Mitt, and once again, we're going to just run away. Screw it, we don't need to beat these bosses right now. But now that we've got the Titan's Mitt, let's go ahead and save this little froggy guy here, now that we can actually lift the heavy rocks. As it turns out, this frog is actually one of the missing dwarven blacksmiths. Poof. See? So let's go ahead and take him home, and his partner's going to be super happy to see him. They'll offer to temper your sword next time you come in, so just leave and come back. 10 rupees. Dirt cheap. But now you're not going to have a sword for a while. You're just swinging at air with, well, air. So let's go do some other things. Drop down here, sprinkle some magic powder. Now your magic drops by half what it used to every time you use it. That includes the powder, medallions, all of it. So it makes your magic more efficient. The little devil there's a little interesting. Kind of split personality. But then we're going to go ahead and take off. Jump on over to the Dark World. Remember, you still don't have a sword. And we're going to go ahead and go in here. Oh, that's weird. There's a chest. How do we know the key is locked inside? Who knows? Maybe he's psychic. But we're going to go down here to this little M-shaped crevice right before the desert palace. Again, sneak past everybody because no weapons. Beat up everything with rocks. And then talk to this guy. He goes, oh, you know I used to be a thief. Alright, I'll open it, just don't tell anyone. Free bottle. That'll do for our side questing. Sword's got to be done by now, so run back. Try to not get beat up too badly. I got bonked a few times. And when you come back, boom. Now you have the level 3 sword. And we've still only beaten one boss. Speaking of bosses, time to beat the the marsh boss, because this one's necessary. And then let's not forget about the ice boss. This is why we needed the fire rod. Makes it easier. Now that those two bosses are beat, we had to beat the first boss to make everybody spawn, or make everything else spawn, as far as I know. But now that those two are beaten, oh, look at this chonky boy here. This one will set you back 100 rupees. Try not to drop it. So don't dash and don't jump off of cliffs. You'll leave it behind and you'll have to pick it back up before it blows up. Don't go the wrong way either, like I did. We're going to drag it up here to the pyramid, drop it off right here. You'll see a timer right on your life. 3, 2, 1. This bomb doesn't hurt you. But now we have access to this. Drop in some goodies like a sword, and you will get upgrades. There's only 2 upgrades to get here, so don't worry. You're not missing anything. Well, she's a fairy. Because Fairy Pond works. Yay! The power is throbbing in your hand. Oh my. Now drop in the arrows, and you will get silver arrows, and you'll get a little exposition. I'll give you something important. Silver arrows to give Ganon his last moment. Ooh, I smell revenge. She tells you that she knows she doesn't have the figure of a fairy, and it's Ganon's fault. I believe it. But there we go. Time to get rid of Ganon. And these were all the things that I wish I had learned much, much sooner, or earlier, I should say, in these games, because, man, would have helped me in the past, that's for sure. But thanks for watching. Have a great day.